I'm going to talk about occurring patterns. So, for Lionshead or Bay, Port Elgin, Hanover, Orangeville, there's going to be fog advisory, which is a yellow warning, and the fog is expected to lift later this morning. It's going to be near with zero visibility in fog, which continue over some areas. So, let's look at the pressure pattern. So those cities like Lionshead, Obey, Owen, Wiretown, Port Elgin, Hanover, and Orangeville. We'll talk about including Hamilton. So let's talk about the pressure patterns. So let's click on Toronto. What's the current temperature? So -2, so it doesn't count. So let's go to pressure pattern. So 1060 millibars of pressure. Let's zoom out to Southern Ontario. Whole time is gonna be like this. So they zoomed out like this. So let's look at upcoming next day actually. So 42 hours of the meta bottle. So 1016, 1000 and something. So let's zoom out to Ontario whole province view. There is 1016 millibars of pressure. That's how it's. Let's go to 7 p.m. So there is 1004, 1008 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is 90th hour. So 1000 and something. Skip that. So 1012, 1016, 1020 millibars of pressure. Let's look at 7 p.m. February 20th. So 1000, 1004, 1008 millibars of pressure, 1000 millibars of pressure. Let's look at upcoming patterns. So precipitation pattern. So let's look set up everything to 1 p.m. and see how long the video is. 2 minutes. So there is nothing for 1 p.m. So let's go to 4 p.m. There is something. So Boiled in Hanover is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to 7 p.m. So boiled in Hanover is gonna get like Oshawa, Uxbridge is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 10 p.m. So, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket. Don't know what city is this because it's beyond Western Scarborough and beyond like North York. So, let's do Oakville. Like Eastern Oakville, Oshawa, Uxbridge. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So, Western Oakville, Niagara Falls City, nothing parts of Niagara on the lake because there is nothing. So Beverly Hills doesn't count technically. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So we're not doing on sound skipped. So let's go to next hour, which is 1:70 a.m. There is nothing else. 10 a.m. There's nothing else. 1 p.m. There's nothing else. 4 p.m. There's nothing else. Let's double check. 7 p.m. There's nothing else. 10 p.m. There's nothing else. Let's go to 7 a.m. There is something. So, Lansing, Obey, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Beverly Hills, Georgia, Barrie, those cities are gonna get some Uxbridge, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snow for like some Uxbridge. So, let's go to next hour. Oh, not yet. So, Western, Eastern, Oakville, and Hamilton, Wyerton, Port Elgin, Hanover, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain, including Brampton, Orangeville, so possibly even Western Mississauga. So let's go to rainfall later on. So let's go to Niagara. No, I'll do that later. So let's do snowfall and freezing rain and rainfalls first. So like parts of Oakville, Mississauga, Brampton, that not even Oakville yet. So down Toronto, Richmond Hill, you mark it 0.25 millimeters of easy rain. So Scarborough, Oshawa, Niagara, Niagara Falls City, Queens Bay. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snow rainfall. So let's go to next hour, which is So let's go to next hour. Orange was wrong place. So the orange was actually 0.25 millimeters freezing rain. So next go to next hour, which is 10 a.m. Wyerton, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, down Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Hamilton, Hull, both for the local. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So Port Elgin, Hanover, those cities are gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of freezing rain. Collingwood, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Coburg, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. Uxbridge is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of freezing rain. So that's Uxbridge. So Peterborough, Belleville, Orilla, Midland, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Niagara Lake, Niagara Falls City is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, so London doesn't count. So Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Sala Bay, going to get buried. Those cities are going to get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So Line City, Old Bay is going to be 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 1 p.m. So Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, South Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Scarborough, parts of it. Ottawa, so those seeds are gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of freezing rain, so it's actually 2.5. So like parts of Oshawa doesn't get so nuggets do that. So Coburg, Uxbridge, Beverly Hills, Wyerton, those seeds, Hamilton, Oakville, those seeds are parts of it. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So let's look at Port Elgin Hanover is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of freezing rain. So Collingwood is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet. Georgia is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet. So Bombay, Stanby, Salaby, Midland, Orla, Betty, Lineshead, Obey is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next hour. Niagara Lake, Niagara Falls City is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to next hour. Let's go to next hour, which is 4 p.m. So Georgia, Collingwood. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet. So let's go to Mississauga. Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, down Toronto, Scarborough, parts of it. Those cities are gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So let's go to Uxbridge. That's Stouffville. Stouffville, the market's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of freezing rain, including Oshawa. So Uxbridge, Coburg, it's going to get some Beverly Hills. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So Port Elgin, Hanover is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of freezing rain. So Whiteton is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet. So Lineshead OB is going to get some 12.5 millimeters of snowfall, including Bombay, Stanby, Salaby, Midland. So Peterborough, Belleville is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. Barrie is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. Olilla is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next tower, which is Oakville. Oakville, Hamilton is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of freezing rain. Niagara on the Lake is mostly going to get some. Niagara Falls City, Niagara on the Lake is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. That's I actually double checked later on. So London, whatever. So let's zoom out to Southern Ontario this time probably. Should be 2.5. Yeah, there's 2.5. So let's zoom in back to Toronto. It's going to take a minute. Oh, it's already there. So let's go to next hour. Wait, there it is. I'm gonna go next. hours, 7 p.m. So, Lainsedo, Whitetown, Collingwood, Bombay, Sunderby, Sotheby, Midland, Orlala, Betty, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Eaterborough, Belleville. Those seeds are going to get some mostly 0.25. No, it's going to be 6.25 millimeters of snow, Alex. So, Peterborough is going to get some 12.5 millimeters of snow. Let's go to Port Elgin. Port Elgin is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So Hanover 0.25 millimeters. So it's freezing rain. Niagara on the Lake is going to be mostly 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including Niagara Falls City. So Hamilton, Oakville, Mississauga, Brampton, Orange Grove, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Scarborough. Those cities are gonna get some parts of Oshawa. Those cities are gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, freezing rainfall. So Uxbridge is gonna get some 12.6.25 millimeters of snowfall. So let's go to Coburg. Coburg is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So let's go to next tower, which is London. So let's go to next tower. Dover is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of freezing rain, so it doesn't change. So let's go to 10 p.m. We did 66 hours, so we have to go to 10 p.m. This is actual one. So line said will be Collingwood via Tampere, Georgia, Beverly Hills. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Coburg, Peterborough, those cities are gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. When Peterborough is actually gonna get some 6.25, 6.23 centimeters of snowfall millimeters. About 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. Lilla 6.25. Midland is gonna be 6.2.5. So it's actually going to be 6.24 centimeters, but actually it's 6.20. Sotheby 6.20. Bombay is gonna be 2.5. So actually, for the lines, no, Midlands, Southern Bay, and Peterborough is actually going to be 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So currently falling. Not currently, but Mississauga, Brampton, Orange Grove, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Oakville again, Hamilton. Those cities are gonna get some boreals in Hanover. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet. So Niagara on the Lake, Niagara Falls City, Partswood. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including parts of Niagara on the Lake. So not just Niagara Falls City. So that's correct now. So let's go to next tower, which is Uxbridge. The Uxbridge 0.25 millimeters of sleet. So slash snowfall 0.25. So 2.5. So let's go to next tower, which is 7 a.m. Nothing else. 10 a.m. There's nothing else. 1 p.m. There's nothing else. 4 p.m. There's nothing else. 7 p.m. There's nothing else. 10 p.m. There's nothing else. Let's go to 7 a.m. London. Niagara, parts of Niagara Falls City is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, which is southwestern. So Hamilton, Oakville. Uh, let's go to next tower, which is 10 a.m. Mississauga, Brampton, Orange Grove, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Richmond Hill, we did. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet, freezing rain. So Scarborough, snowfall is going to be 0.25 millimeters of snowfall slash sleet, freezing rain actually. Oakville, Hamilton, Barrie, Collingwood, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, but Collingwood has 0.25 millimeters is at least borderline snowfall. So Port Elgin, Hanover is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain, London. So let's go to next tower, Exabashua, parts of Oshawa, Northern Uxbridge. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next tower, which is 1 p.m. Wyerton, Beverly Hills, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Scarborough, Stouffville, Down Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So for Elgin, Hanover is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So Oakville is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Hamilton's gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. Niagara Lake is gonna be 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So Niagara Falls is 0.25. So Coburg is gonna be 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Peterborough is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Belva is gonna be 0.25. Lilla, Bombi, Sunny Beach, Salaby, Midland is gonna get Olilla. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Barrie, Georgia is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next tower, Niagara Falls City, London. So line said Obey is gonna be 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Very close to sleet, so freezing rain actually. So let's go to next tower, which is 4 p.m. February 20th, still same day. So 4 p.m. So Whiteton, Port Elgin onwards, Scarborough, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Stouffville, Boston borderline. So Oshawa, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. But for Richmond, no, snowfall is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Actually, it's going to be 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. This is snowfall, so Newmarket included. So Newmarket has 0.25 millimeters of rain slash 6.25 millimeters of snowfall that is mixed with it. So snowfall, like for let's say it again. So Newmarket is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of snowfall mixed with 0.25 millimeters of sleet. So that's freezing rain, not sleet. So Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Midland, Sotheby, Bombay is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of snowfall, including Collingwood. So Hamilton's 6.25, Oakville is going to be 2.5. That's snowfall for Hamilton and Oakville. Niagara Lake 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Lightest, heaviest 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next tower, London. So let's go to next tower. Line zero, B is going to be 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next actual hour, which is 7 p.m. Hopesby, Watertown, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, South Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, but Niagara on the lake included. So even the eastern locals. So let's parts of Niagara Falls City included. So let's go to Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet with some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall mixed with it. So Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Perry, Olala, Georginia, Bombay, Stanby, Salaby, Milan, or Collingwood, Lineshead, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Going spy. Port Elgin is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to Coburg. So this Coburg is gonna be 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Peterborough Belleville is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Coburg is actually 2.5. So Belleville ISO is gonna be 0.25, 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So Barrie, Orla, Georginia, Baptist is gonna be 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So Hanover is going to be, let's do Hanover properly this time. There is actually nothing else for whole of Hanover actually. So, there's some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. This is Hanover. So Niagara Falls City is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall with some mixed with snowfall. So one time. So Niagara on the Lake, same thing. It's going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall with some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. That's in, So let's go to next tower, London. So which is 17 hours, 117, 117. So line said obey Warton, Perry, Georginia, Parts of Niagara Lake, Oakville, Scarborough, Peterborough. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Scarborough, down Toronto, Richmond Hill, I'm gonna do it differently this time. So Scarborough, Richmond Hill is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain is 0.25 millimeters of freezing. No, it's gonna be sleet, and snowfall is in Scarborough, Richmond Hill borderline. So down to Toronto, parts of Scarborough. So Newmarket, Orangeville, Stouffville, it's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Parts of Scarborough, listen to text. So let's go to. So Oshawa is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Uxbridge is gonna get some 2 point no 0.25. So Uxbridge is also done. So Coburg, Belleville is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall, including Beverly Isles. So Niagara Falls City, parts of Niagara on the Lake is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including parts of Niagara Falls City and parts of Niagara Falls on the Lake. So Port Elton is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. 0.25 millimeters of rainfall is in Hanover. So let's go to Mississauga. Mississauga is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to Brampton. Brampton, there is nothing else. So Brampton is nothing actually. So Scarborough, parts of Scarborough is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet, 0.25 millimeters of snowfalls, both. It's like mixed with what? Snowfall, freezing and mixed. So let's go to next tower, which is there is no next tower. Let's look at total precipitation 24 hours. So 24 hours. So let's go to 7 p.m. Coburg 1 millimeters, Peterborough nothing else. So this could be like 2 millimeters. So downtown Toronto 2 millimeters, Mississauga 1 millimeters, Brampton 1 millimeters, Richmond Hills gets 0.7, Scarborough 0.2, that's lightest, heaviest, Beverly 0.2, Chinia nothing, Niagara Falls City is gonna be 1 millimeters of rainfall, but lightest is 0.2. So let's go to Ottawa. Ottawa is gonna get 0.7, Uxbridge is gonna get some 0.7 millimeters. Let's go to next tower, good spy. So Oakville, light is 0.2, heavy is gonna be 1 millimeters of rainfall, actually 2 millimeters. So let's go to next tower, which is 7 p.m. February 18th. Ranton, Mississauga, 7 millimeters, Stouffville for 12 millimeters, Scarborough, 13 millimeters, Downtown Toronto, 14 millimeters. Hamilton Oakville 15 millimeters, 13 millimeters Oakville. So Uxbridge, Oshawa 30 millimeters, Peterborough 18 millimeters, 15 millimeters Coburg, 15 millimeters Belleville. So Newmarket Orangeville 12 millimeters. Everywhere in Niagara Falls is going to be 10 millimeters London. So Wire turns 21, Collingwood 17. Palm Beach, Thunder Beach is going to be, let's do South Beach 23. Palm Beach, Thunder Beach is going to be 25 millimeters, but actually we do that later on. So line said or base gonna be so 25, 24 millimeters is in Hobbs Bay, and line said is going to be 23 millimeters of rainfall. Let's actually double check to do later. So it's gonna be 17 millimeters per hours in Hanover is gonna get some 18 millimeters of rainfall. So let's look at Georgia, 17 millimeters. Perry 16 millimeters. Olala is going to be 24 millimeters of rainfall, but actually it's going to be different. So Olala is going to be 24, 25 millimeters of rainfall, 24 millimeters. So Milan is 24 millimeters. So let's go to next tower. Not yet. So Beverly Hills 13 millimeters. Georgia is going to be 17 millimeters of rainfall. Let's actually zoom out to Southern Ontario. So So you have to go to 3 millimeters. So the first layer is going to be 7.5 millimeters. So let's actually zoom in to Toronto. So 12.5 millimeters. So let's go to 17 millimeters. So it's going to be 22.5 millimeters is in white time, not white time, but it's going to be 22 millimeters of rainfalls, something else. So it's going to be different. So let's go to 22.5. So it's going to be 27 millimeters of rainfall, but actually it's going to be 24. So it's going to be 22 to 22.5 to 30 millimeters. So it's going to take a while. So So like Lion's Head Obey is actually different. So Lion's Hope's Bay is actually 24 millimeters of rainfall, so it's actually 25. So Lion's Head is going to be 26.8 millimeters of rainfall. Bomb is going to be 26.8. So actually, it could be. So Midland is going to be 24 millimeters in Midland. So let's go to 19 millimeters all at last. So Georgia is gonna get some whatever precipitation. So let's go to next hour, London. So so 1 millimeters in Collingwood. Everywhere in America Falls 1.5 millimeters. Scarborough 0.6. Stouffville 0.2. Downtown Toronto 0.6. 0.5. Richmond Hill 0.7. Naming Market 0.7. Palm Beach, Sun Beach, South Beach going to be Olala is going to be 0.7 millimeters. For temporals in honor 0.7, Olala is going to be corrected. It's going to be 0.5 millimeters. So 0.5 actually. So line said will be it's going to be 1 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Orange Wall. So Brampton is going to be 0.2 millimeters. Orange Wall is going to be 0.7 millimeters. Bevel is going to be 2 millimeters of rainfall. So like 7.4 going to be between 2.5 and 5 millimeters, which is like 3.7 millimeters in Belleville. So let's go to Georgia. Georgia, Beverly is very is going to be 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. That's a mean average. So let's go to next up. So the Midlands 0.6. So let's do next up with London. So 7 p.m. It's gonna be 7 p.m. Yeah. So white time 6 millimeters, Collingwood 9 millimeters, Brampton 10 millimeters, Mississauga 11 millimeters, down to Toronto 11 millimeters, Scarborough 11 millimeters, Stouffville 11 millimeters, Newmarket Orangeville going to be 8 millimeters, 10 millimeters at Uxbridge, Oshawa's 11 millimeters, so Peterborough 11 millimeters, Coburg 12 millimeters, 13 millimeters, Melville 14 millimeters in Hamilton. Oakville is gonna be 13 millimeters, 12 millimeters. So Oakville is actually 11 millimeters heaviest, lightest is gonna be 10 millimeters. Everywhere in Niagara Falls 13 millimeters, London. For Elgin is going to be 8 millimeters of rainfall, but the actual precipitation is gonna be 8 millimeters. That's on Port Elgin. Hana is going to be 0.6. It's going to be 6 millimeters. Line size 6 millimeters. Hope is very 5 millimeters. Palm Beach, Sun Beach. Solid Bay, Midland 7 millimeters. Olala 7 millimeters. Georgia, Beverly is 7 millimeters. Barry is 7 millimeters. So Hope's Bay 5 millimeters. Queen's Pipe. So let's go to London. Let's go to next tower, which is There is no next tower, so let's go to the next tower, which 8 millimeters is actually orange. So let's look at total snowfalls, 24 hours. 7 p.m. So this is actual one. So Brampton 0.8 centimeters, Mississauga 0.9, Toronto 1.0, Peterborough 0.1 centimeters. So let's go to next 24 hours. 7 p.m. So let's do easier cities. So Brampton 1.3, Mississauga 1.4, Toronto 1.4.0, Scarborough 4 centimeters, Snowfall 3.9, Oshawa is 8.2, Newmarket 5.3, Orange World is going to be 5.3.9 actually. So 5.3 actually, so 5 centimeters. Uxbridge 11.5, Peterborough 17.4, 14.59 is in Belleville, 12.2 is in Coburg, 8.2 is in Oshawa, Uxbridge 11.5. So Georginia is going to be 15 centimeters. Beverly ISO is going to be, so Beverly ISOs is actually very close to the end of the pink, so it's going to be between those, so it's going to be 14 point. So it's going to be between 12.5 and 15 centimeters. So it's going to be the Beverly ISOs is actually 13.9 centimeters, where it's going to be, so Barry's actually is going to be like 17.5 centimeters. So let's do line set obeys. So line set obeys is going to be do that later on. So Salabay is 22.5. So Midland is going to be 22.5 centimeters, 22.4. So Salabay is actually going to be 22.6 centimeters. So Palm Beach, Thunder Beach is going to be, let's count it, 7 centimeters. So it's going to be 22.5 centimeters. Is that's a little bit off. So it's going to be between 22 and 22.5. 22. So it's going to be 23.8 centimeters in Zimbabwe, Thunder Beach. So line set of it's going to be, so Holmes width actually is going to be 25 centimeters of snowfall. That's actually Holmes width. So line set is going to be 3.8 centimeters of snowfall. So it doesn't need to be exactly same. So Orilla is going to be 19.2 centimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next tower. Hamilton 0.2 centimeters. So Port Elgin is going to be Fort Lear. So it's going to be 7.5 or 10. So 7.5 and 10. It's going to be between those. So 8.6 centimeters is in Port Elgin. So Hanover is going to be 1 centimeter so snowfall, 1 centimeter. So it's gonna be 4 centimeters of snowfall, but the actual precipitation is 3.9. So 4 centimeters. So let's go to next tower, London. The local lowest snowfall is 0.2. Heaviest snowfall is gonna be 2.2 centimeters of snowfall. So actually 2.1 centimeters. So 2.2. So let's go to next 24 hours, which is 7 p.m. So what time? So 5 0.5 Watertown, Collingwood 0.7 Newmarket 0.3 Orangewood 0.3 Salford 0.3 Scarborough 0.3 Down Toronto Brampton is going to be 0.3 Betrayal 0.3 Uxbridge 0.1 Peterborough 0.3 Coburg 0.2 Belleville 0.2.2 Orla Bayard Georginia is going to be 0.4 Palm Beach Thunder Beach 0.6 centimeters 0.5 is Solid Bay Midland 0.5 so line said obey is going to be 1.2 centimeters of snowfall. Let's go to Hamilton. Hamilton 1.3. Everywhere Niagara Falls is going to be No, no, Niagara on the Lake 1.02, 0.4 Niagara Falls City. So equal heaviest 1.3, lightest nothing else. So it could be 0.2. So let's go to next hour, which is 7 p.m. So Niagara on the Lake 3.5, Niagara Falls City 1.3, Hamilton 1.7.6. Equal the equal is gonna be 4. No, it's gonna be 4 layers. So one. So it's going to be 3.7 centimeters local. So Brampton, Mississauga is 8 centimeters. That's another 8.5. Scarborough 9 centimeters. Stoffel 10 centimeters. Scarborough is 10 centimeters. Showers 9.9 centimeters. Uxbridge 9.0. Peterborough, no, Newmarket 7.4. Orange Falls 7.3. So Peterborough 7.5. Coburg 7.6. Belleville was 13.2. So Barrie is going to be 30.6.2 centimeters. Georgina is going to be 6.1 centimeters. Beverly Hills is 6.1 centimeters. Lilla is going to be 6.9 centimeters, so 6.8. Solid base 6.9, 6.7 centimeters is going to be 6.5 midland. Palm Beach is going to be 6 centimeters so snowfall. Let's go to Turtle Beach. It's going to be 5.6 centimeters of snowfall. So Hope's Bay is going to be 5.4. Lions Head is going to be 5.6 centimeters of snowfall. Point 4.1 onward is going to be onward is going to be so 2.5 centimeters is that's going to be wrong. So it's going to be 3 point something centimeters, 3.7 centimeters in onward. So that's Hadamir. So let's go Wartown 4.1 centimeters, Collingwood 9.0 centimeters. So let's go to Great White. Let's go to next hour, London. So it just do Oka probably. So it's going to be heavy. So it's going to be Ocals actually is going to be 6 centimeters so far. The lightest could be it's actually stays the same, like 3.7. So let's go to next or it could be 4.2, but there is no next hour, so let's look at properly the air temperature. So set up. So let's go to air temperature pattern. So let's look at total sleet. So it's gonna take a while actually. So let's go to there's no total. So let's go to this started. So let's start from 18 hours. So that's gonna be Oshawa's to high the freeze grade sleet actually. So let's go to 24 hours after that. Same thing. Let's go to 24 hours after that. So to 6.7 is this 6.7. This is total sleet millimeters. So 6.7 millimeters is in Stoffel. Say 8.7 millimeters of sleet is in Toronto. Oshawa is number 2. Uxbridge 1.1. The market 1.7. Orange is going to be. Let's do that later. So Collingwood 7.6, Whitetown 11.9, 12 centimeters for Elgin is going to be whatever. Where. So let's go to Collingwood 7.6 centimeters. So for Elgin is going to be what the 6.25 millimeters of sleet. So let's say mean average. So Orange is going to be the orange was actually 6.25 between 8 point, it's going to be 6.25 millimeters of sleet. So Scarborough is going to be 8.7 centimeters millimeters of sleet. So Peterborough is actually sees nothing else. So Hope is going to be 0.25 millimeters of sleet. So let's go to Georginia. Georginia is going to be 2.5 millimeters of sleet. That's the mean average. So Beverly Hills is going to get some 6.3 millimeters of sleet, so that's Beverly Hills. So let's go to next hour, which is nothing but Brampton. So let's go to 7 p.m. Let's compare that to different tab actually. So 66 hours. So the difference is Niagara on the lake, Niagara against Vice. So Niagara on the lake 0.6 millimeters of sleet. So let's go to next hour, which is something has changed. So let's go to 90 hours. So let's see the difference. So just need to correct some extra cities. So 12.5 millimeters of sleet is in Whitehand, so let's actually double check for Elgin. There is no changes. So Collingwood is 8.3 millimeters. The Brampton is 3 millimeters free sleet, so that's Brampton. Saga is gonna be 0.25 millimeters of sleet, so Snowfall is gonna be 7.2 millimeters. Scarborough is gonna be 10.2 millimeters of sleet, so let's go to. There is no cities left. It's in the west. So let's go to. There is no next tower. So let's look at total freezing rate and wait 10 seconds to actually say that. So let's look at total freezing rate. So refresh. So it's easy. So let's go to 7 p.m. first day. There is nothing else. Let's go to second day of the week. There is nothing else. Let's look at third day. There is something. So Scarborough still full. Down Toronto 7 millimeters. Mississauga 8 millimeters. Brampton 9 millimeters, which is 8 millimeters. Newmarket Orange was a 5 millimeters of freezing rain. Oshawa is 3 millimeters. Cobourg 1 millimeters. Hamilton 5 millimeters. Oakville 5 millimeters. This 8 millimeters. For Elgin is going to be 8 millimeters of freezing rain. So Hanover, let's do Hanover properly this time. So Hanover is going to get some 8, 7 millimeters, 8 millimeters of freezing rain. So give me 7 and 8. So White is 2 millimeters. So Beverly Hills is going to be 2 millimeters of freezing rain. So let's go to, that's going to be 1 millimeters actually. So let's go to next tower. So Oko Light is 5 millimeters. But the heaviest could be 6 millimeters of freezing rain. So let's go to the next tower, which is 10 p.m. Let's actually compare it. So let's go to the 90th hour. It's only slight changes. So let's go to 7 millimeters in Hamilton. Let's compare that was 5. So 7 millimeters of freezing rain is heaviest is in Hamilton. Oakville. So Oakville light is going to be 5 millimeters, 6 millimeters of freezing rain. So let's go to next tower, which is Niagara on the lake is Niagara Falls is 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain, but that's mean average. But the actual precipitation, it's actually is going to be 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain because it's not. So let's look at next tower, which is let's look at air temperature pattern, which is 3 p.m. 3 degrees in Whitehall, Collingwood 3 degrees, Brampton 1 degree, Mississauga 1 degree, South Toronto 1 degree, Scarborough 1 degree, Tofu 1 degree, Newmarket Orange 1 degrees, Uxbridge 0 degrees, Oshawa 0 degrees, Peterborough 1 degrees, Cobourg 0 degrees, Melville 1 degrees, Hamilton 3 degrees, Oakville 3 degrees, Oakville again 1 degrees, warm. Moderate is 2 degrees, everywhere in Niagara Falls is going to be 3.5 degrees. Hope is gonna be 3 degrees. Line said it's 3 degrees. So Barbie is 3 degrees. Sotheby is 3 degrees. Sotheby 3 degrees. Midland 3 degrees. All the lots 2 degrees. Betty, Georgia, Betty, Beverly Hills is 1 degrees. For Elgin 3 degrees. Hanover is going to be 3 degrees. So let's go to Greenspire. So let's go to next tower, which is 7 a.m. 4 degrees, -4 degrees in Whitetown, -2 Collingwood, -1 in Snowfall, Scarborough, -1 downtown Toronto, -1 degrees, 1 degrees in Mississauga, Brampton, Oakville, 1 degrees, Hamilton, 1 degrees, everywhere in Niagara Falls is 1 degrees, Oshawa is -1, Uxbridge -1, Newmarket -2, Orange will so Peterborough 1 degrees, Cobourg is 1 degrees, Melbourne 1 degrees, Port Elgin -3, Hanover is going to be Hanover is actually going to be -4 degrees. So let's Georgia is going to be -1 degrees. Beverly Hills is going to be -2 degrees. Valley is going to be -2 degrees. So Palm Beach, Sunny Beach is going to be -1 degree. Solid -2, Midland -3 degrees. -2.5. Orla is going to be -4 degrees. Mindset or B is going to be -2 degrees. So it could be Poyal, the hunter is done. So let's go to next tower, which video is -1. Good spot, London. So let's go to next tower, which is 3 p.m. So Whiteham 4 degrees, Collingwood 1 degrees, Brampton 3 degrees, down to Toronto, Mississauga is going to be 3 degrees, Scarborough 3 degrees, Dover 3 degrees, Newmarket 3 degrees, Orange was 2 degrees, Uxbridge 3 degrees, Oshawa 3 degrees, Peterborough 3 degrees, Cobourg 2 degrees, Belvoir 3 degrees, Hamilton 5 degrees, Oakville warm is 3 degrees, cold is 5 degrees, the sexy warmest. So Niagara on the lake 7 degrees, Niagara Falls City is 3 degrees, London, whatever, Port Ellis is 4 degrees, 2 degrees, Hanover is 2 degrees, so it's actually 3 degrees. So Dundee Beach 2 degrees, Solid Bay. So Dundee Beach, Solid Bay is gonna be -2, Palm Beach 0 degrees, Winland is gonna be it's going to be 2 degrees, so it's actually 3 degrees, so that's double check, it's gonna be 4 degrees. Whatever, Georginia's 2 degrees, 1 degree, 2 degrees. Beverly Hills 3 degrees, Barry is going to be 3 degrees. So let's do Olala properly this time. So it's going to be 7 degrees. I say 5 degrees. That's in Olala. So it could be. So let's go to line set OB. It's going to be 2 degrees. So let's go to next tower. Oakville. So let's go to next tower. So which is 70 Whiteham is 1, Collingwood -2, Stover -0, Scarborough is 0.5, Downton under 1 degrees, Brampton, Mississauga is 1 degrees, Victoria 0 degrees, Oakville, Hamilton 1 degrees, everywhere Niagara Falls 1 degrees, Newmarket, Orangeville -0 degrees, Uxbridge -2, Oshawa -0, Peterborough -3, Cobourg -1, Melbourne -2, so London. The Hopes Bay -1, Lionshead is going to be -2 degrees, Solid Bay, Dundee Beach, Palm Beach is going to be -2, Midland -2, Adela -2, Barrie -2, Georginia, Beverly Hills is -2 degrees, Toefl 0, Orangeville 0. So let's do Boyards and Boyards is 1 minus it's going 0 degrees, Hanover is 1 degree. So let's go to the next tower, which is 3 p.m. Whiteham -2, Collingwood -3, Brampton -1, Mississauga -1, Toronto -1, Scarborough -2, Stoffel, Newmarket, Orangeville -2, Uxbridge -3, Oshawa -2, Peterborough -4, Cobourg -2, Belvoir -3, 0 degrees, Oakville, Hamilton, everywhere in Niagara Falls 1 degrees. Port Elgin is -2, Hanover -2, so Lionshead, Bay is going to be -2 degrees, Collingwood -3. -2 is in Miami, -3 is Dundee, Solomon -3, Midland -3, Barrie. Beverly Hills, Georginia, Olala is going to be -3 degrees. So Orange for -2 degrees. So let's go to the next hour, which is 7 a.m. So London. Let's go to Whiteham -3, Collingwood -4. Solid Beach, Thunder Beach, Palm Beach -4 degrees. Georginia is -4. Beverly Hills is -4. Barrie -5. Olala is going to be -6 degrees. Newmarket, Orangeville -4. Stofa -2, 4. Scarborough -3. Market -2, Mississauga -3, Brampton -3, Richmond Hills -3, so everywhere in Niagara Falls -3, Hamilton, Oakland -3, Oshawa minus 4, Uxbridge minus 5, Peterborough minus 6, Coburg minus 5, Belmont minus 8, Port Elgin minus 3, Hanover minus 8, 3, Lineshead, B minus 3 degrees. So let's go to the next tower. Going to take a while actually, so let's go to the next tower. So Warta minus 1, Collingwood minus 2, Warta plus 1, Brampton minus 3, Mississauga minus 3, Dundee minus 3, Scarborough minus 3, Stillful minus 3, Newmarket Orange minus 3, Uxbridge minus 3, Oshawa minus 3, Peterborough minus 3, Coburg minus 3, Coburg, Belfast minus 2, Coburg minus 3, Peterborough minus 3, Hamilton minus 1, Oakville, let's see the beat average minus 1. Going minus 1, everywhere in Niagara Falls is going to be 1 degrees. London, Port Elgin, 1 degrees. Hanover, 1 degrees. Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Solomon, minus 1 degrees. Palm Beach, what is 1? So, Midland, minus 1. Lilla is going to be, Lilla is going to be 1 degrees. So, Line said, Bay, minus 1 degrees. So, Oakville is going to be minus 1 degrees. So, let's do Georgina, minus 2. Beverly is minus 2. Our little Betty is going to be minus 3 degrees. So let's go to next tower, which is let's do properly. So let's go to the next tower, which is 7 a.m. Barton minus 4, Collingwood minus 5, Brampton minus 2, Mississauga minus 1, Toronto minus 1, Scarborough minus 2.5, Stouffville minus 4, Newmarket minus 4, Orangeville minus 4, Uxbridge minus 5, Peterborough minus 7, Oshawa minus 4, Peterborough, Coburg minus 12, Belva minus 7, Hamilton, Oakland minus 1, 1 degrees, so that's about freezing. So everywhere now Niagara Falls 1 degrees. Line said Bay is gonna be minus 4 degrees. Palm Beach, Thunder Beach is gonna be minus 4 degrees. Solid Bay minus 5. Midlands gonna be minus 4. Olala is gonna be minus 4. Georgia, Babylon, Valley is minus 5 degrees. Port Elizabeth is 4, Hanover minus 4 degrees, so Washington. So let's go to what's wait 4. So this is very close to that. So let's go to the next hour, which is 4 p.m. So Washington 1 degrees, Collingwood 0 degrees, Brampton 1 degrees, this is Haka 1 degrees, Dr. 1 degrees, Stouffville 1 0 degrees, Scarborough 0 1 degrees, Newmarket Orange 0 degrees, minus 1 is in Uxbridge, Oshawa is minus it's going to be 1 degrees, minus 3 Peterborough, Coburg with 0 degrees, Melville, minus 2 Hamilton with 2 degrees, Oakville 2 degrees, everywhere in Niagara Falls 5 degrees, London. Boyles in Honor is 2 degrees, so line said Bay is going to be 1 degrees. Palm Beach, Thunder Beach is going to be minus 1 degree, Solid Bay, Midland minus 2 degrees, Olala minus 2. Barry is going to be minus 2, Georgia minus 2 degrees, Babylon is minus 1 degree. So this is the end of the video actually. So